Dear Vixens! Today is our week 2 check-in for our biggest overall project, language learning.
Woo!
How did week 2 go for you?
For me,
Yeah, fine, right?
it was normal.
Okay. So really, the hiccups are with what I did,
Yeah.
as per usual. We left off last week saying I needed a new plan.
Yes.
Better yet, I needed a new plan.
How did that go for you?
Not super. Because I was doing the stuff and I was like, how do I just do more? And that was tricky.
Which means, did you do more?
I did not do more.
Okay. Either way, we established a new plan for Pichon.
It's completely different. So all things wiped off the slate.
Yes. I had her delete all of her current decks off of Anki and gave her solely one to focus on.
Yes. So how is this deck going to be different for me?
This deck's going to be different because it's going to focus solely on grammar, which is what you need to learn to take the exam in December. So hopefully it will help you to learn some vocabulary and some grammar in a more natural way than just reading them in a textbook.
Okay.
And memorizing vocab.
Okay.
Because I think part of your struggle is your need to feel like, oh, I gotta learn all of these words before I get anywhere. I need to learn all of these grammar points before I can get anywhere. In fact, what you should be doing is using an example sentence, which is what this deck will do, and then just using it.
Yeah, using that sentence, using my own version of that sentence, things like that.
Yeah, instead of making it so difficult. So the other thing we did is I told her to stop using the textbook.
Yeah, which is hard.
Yes, we both absolutely love Mina no Nihongo, so...
But to go as far as we're trying to go in such little time, I would have to do 20 some odd or 25 pages a day, every day.
Basically, it's slightly a crutch in the time frame that we have because it is so organized that it requires you to follow a certain format, and we're trying to break that.
Yeah.
Basically, the things I'm having her do are to kind of go more in a native way.
Yeah, like as a child
learning, like a child would. So basically, every week I'm going to up her game a little bit. So we're going to start off at elementary school level and get up all the way to hopefully college level, the way I have it planned out by the time we take the JLPT exam.
Yeah.
The other thing she's going to be doing is following a video series, which we're going to mention in one of our resource videos later, but it's called Let's Learn Japanese, and so it's kind of like a beginning level audio because the problem was she was trying to tackle watching videos or shows in Japanese that were a little beyond her level currently.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and have her start with more beginning level Japanese again, so she feels like it's not as overwhelming and to get her on the right track. When she gets enough videos in, then I'll have her start tackling harder TV shows again. But so she's going to do that video course alongside everything else.
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. The other thing that I'm going to do is earlier this year when I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it again, I bought lessons through a system called Language Convo, and they have different teachers for different languages, and they either structure a lesson or have you structure a lesson where you can really talk to a native speaker of that language. So I'm going to use my remaining lessons. I have about 8 hours worth, so 1 hour each week to just go over conversation, casual conversation, business place conversation, just working on speaking and getting some of those skills down, because I feel like when I'll be able to speak, I will be better.
Yeah, so even though the speaking portion isn't really part of the JLPT, I think for her comfort level and being just more comfortable in using Japanese, that's an important part for Pichon to tackle.
Yeah, I think it will make me feel like I have a sense of mastery, which is where I tend to have a problem with knowing what I know.
Well, basically what it'll do is it'll boost her confidence and let her tackle more of the more difficult things like the grammar and the vocab, because she'll feel a little bit better about what she does know. So the other thing I had her do when she dropped her decks was to change the way she's learning kanji. So don't get me wrong, Also, absolutely think the Heisig method is a great way to start learning kanji, especially if you feel overwhelmed by the number that you have to learn before you master it.
Yeah.
Before you can read a newspaper in Japanese. But it is a long way to go about learning it, because you basically are associating an English meaning with each of the kanji, and then at some point you still have to go back and learn how to do the Japanese pronunciations for it. So instead, she's going to be using Wani Kani, which was, I believe, developed by Tofugu. And basically, it's kind of a similar method with spaced repetition to the Heisig method, except for it teaches you all the radicals first, and then as you get into the kanji, she will get to actually learn some pronunciation as she goes, because she really needs to tackle it faster in order to make it.
Whoa. Tell the good people what a radical is.
A radical. So in a kanji is broken up into pieces. So either on the left or right side or above or below, they're radicals. So we could insert a picture here of what a kanji looks like. Mm-hmm. And so, for instance, like the top up here could be the radical for flower, or on the left here would be like state of mind or something, or on the left you might have saber, or that'd be right. Sorry, your guys' is right, would be like saber or something. So, and then all of those, basically you can make a story out of them, and it would teach you what the kanji is. So, for instance, when you have on the top like a house symbol and then a woman below it, that means relax, because for some reason a woman inside the house means relax. Anyways, but
story.
It's
a work
story,
of fiction.
A work of fiction. So she's going to be doing this method instead, because I want her to reach mastery sooner, because we've changed her goal.
Yeah.
Instead of taking the N3 exam, guess what P-chan is going to tackle in December? Drum roll, please. Drum roll. She's going to go for N1.
N1. N1.
It's scary.
Okay, it's scary.
She can do it. I have full faith and confidence in her.
The reason why we decided to change what test I'm going to sign up for, which we're going to do it today.
Yeah. We'll show you proof.
Yeah, proof.
Yeah.
But the reason we decided to change that is N3, while it's a nice marker, isn't really going to let us get to our goals, because our goal is to go to Japan.
And in order to work in Japan, in the field that we want to work in, she needs fluency.
Yes.
So without being N2 or N1, she's just not going to get a job. She might not even get an interview. She needs to be able to say, I have this level of fluency.
Yeah, and this is the standard to use, is the JLPT. So
exactly.
I'm going to take N1, which means I'm going from literal childhood elementary school level Japanese to college-ish.
It's gonna be great.
Yay.
She doesn't seem like yay, but it's gonna be great.
I'm just worried because it's a change and it's a lot. But we're going to do it. I'm confident in the plan that Kat has for me. The bright side of this plan for me is
it's new.
It's new. It's not. I have not used this deck for Anki. I've used Anki, but not this deck. I've not used Wanikani. So there's no baseline for me having tried something and then burnt out on it, or tried something and not followed through. This is all new, fresh, clean start, and that's what this is about. This is about doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it.
And obviously, like we said before, we all run into times where we have problems, and it's just about being able to pick yourself up and finding something else to do.
Okay, well, thank you for watching. Until next time.
Bye, all you VVs.
And Riris.
Bye.
N1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want N2?
You know?
We talked about this earlier, but we didn't actually come to a conclusion before we took the video. I'm sorry.
N1. We'll do it. It's better that way. I feel like
there's not that much of a difference in reality. If you get past that intermediate plateau, then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then you can really do either one.
So N1. Because if you can do either one, might as well just do N1.
I feel like, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Woo!
Woo! Let's go sign up for this thing.